Okay. This is the regular meeting of City Council for October 4th. Take the roll call.
Awesome.
Here.
Gainier.
Here.
Eichelkraut. Les.
Here.
Mayor. Mayor Eschbach and Commissioner Eichelkraut are both out of town, so Commissioner Awesome will be acting as Mayor Pro Tem tonight.
Okay, could you please stand and recite the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moved by Commissioner Gainier that the minutes of a regular meeting of the Council of the City of Ottawa, Illinois, held on Tuesday, September 20th, 2016, be approved as recorded in the permanent files of the City Clerk.
Is there a second? Commissioner Les? Any discussion or corrections? All in favor? Oop.
You're
Roll
fine.
call.
Gainier.
Aye.
Les.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Aye. Is there anyone wishing to appear before the council tonight? Come up, please.
State your name and address, please, if you would.
My name is Vanessa Worley, 902 Ottawa Avenue. And I put together a presentation regarding some concerns with the proposed Friendship House going in at 824 Ottawa Avenue. I have a laptop, but I don't know if there's a place for me to plug in to run off.
To do a
I did a PowerPoint as far as the concerns and stuff. I mean, I've got about 10% battery. I can read it myself, but how do you prefer?
Typically, we don't do presentations at the council unless arrangements are made ahead of time.
Okay.
You can feel free to state your concerns.
Okay, well, first off, the concerns, congratulations to Ottawa Friendship House on celebrating 50 years. And I'd like to clarify that I think as the residents, those that I've spoken to personally that live within and around me, do not ever feel that the residents would be bad neighbors. It's been made to say that, publicly through Facebook, through other social media organizations, and then that's not the case. Currently, I have 20 years experience working with these individuals from the ages of 6 months, and my oldest has been up to 24 years. I currently work in a public school district working with special needs students in a functional behavioral classroom. And I also have a master's in counseling psych. So I come to this speaking out of the concern for these residents. I understand that these residents have been together for a long period of time, some of them in excess of 25 years or more. I might be misquoting wrong, but, and I understand that there might not be any behavioral or safety concerns with this, but at that same time, things are gonna happen as residents age, medical needs, things change. And I feel that there's going to be the safety of the next what's coming in. I work with Down syndromes. I work with autistic. I just had to chase one of my own students outside last week. The reality is for intellectual disabilities, defined is there's 3 criteria that you have to meet for the DSM-5. They may or may not be considered adult. They should say they are chronologically considered adults, but their functional level can be kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade. Some are higher and some are less. Ottawa Avenue, I stood outside yesterday morning and taped from about 6:45 to 7:45 video of the amount of traffic that came through. There was over 150 cars that came through in that 1 hour period. I had 5 tree trimming trucks. There was the buses. There was this 3 LaSalle County Public Works, not Ottawa, but LaSalle County vehicles that came by. I can say on average, I think there was probably about 2 people that were close to the speed limit, and everyone else was at minimum 5 to 10. I have a racing background. There's a lot of concerns that if something happens, if their staff is busy, if one, for us, we don't want to see anything happen to them. There's a resident that's very concerned with when it comes to property tax and assessments. For statistical studies, everything's done generally with a bell curve model. And to fall into what would be considered a normal range, If you do a p-value, they usually do it at 5% plus or minus. Well, in speaking to a known realtor who is also an office manager and whose close family member is one of the city's inspectors, her statement is conditionally, it's 3 to 4% decrease in property value for us. Now, it might not seem like a lot, and it's going to fall within a normal range because it's not going to be above the statistical mean to be plus or minus 5%. But 3 to 4% for a proration of taxes can be 1 to 2 years of personal property taxes. Plus, we lose a significant base of the people who are going to want to move in, per se, next to a group home, whether they have issues or not. There's a lot of unknowns with that, and not everyone's going to be educated to know that there's not going to be any concerns. My eyes were awoken when I came to the zoning meeting. There's some very astute individuals there. But part of it, too, is that entrance, which I think most of the people that live behind us on Illinois Avenue, plus the ones that are on Ottawa Avenue, have always thought that it was public, and it's not. It's private land. I own very little, and 824 owns a majority of it. Do they have the ability? It's their property to run a fence down. Well, the traffic refuse comes. There's a lot of people that would. You're going to be creating more traffic by having to have refuse put out on that side of Ottawa Avenue, as well as all of Illinois Avenue. I need to grab my PowerPoint real quick. Just for my own purposes, sorry. There is a taxation. I know there's a lot of concerns because, in a lot of ways, they are protected more than the average citizen. You have the Department of Justice, you have, the APA, you have a lot of different state and federal jurisdictions that oversee. I'm not used to this laptop, sorry. There it is. I had to borrow my son's, I apologize. But they say, it comes to zoning, and I know that Ottawa has the conditional zoning, and for the zoning boards, they have to make reasonable accommodations for these individuals and for the groups, non-for-profit agencies that want to come into the residential areas. State law has it that they need to be moving towards CELAs, where it's 8 or less residents per household. I know Friendship House has also purchased the house at 820 Main Street, and this one is conditionally two blocks away. We also have the PAD shelter, which is another 4 blocks. And what the Department of Justice does allow as far as housing, they start getting concerned about too many group homes going into one area because you're overtaxing those residential neighborhoods to be able to provide the services and not overreach. It also puts additional stressors on your public services, whether it's your police, whether it's fire, whether it's different calls. I understand that might not be the case as far as Ottawa is concerned, but, a few weeks back, there was an incident in Miami. There was a staff member trying to talk down his autistic adult male who was in a home similar to these, and he just wanted to go out and play with his truck, and unfortunately, the police officer didn't understand what was going on, and there was consequences for those actions. And I'm not saying our police are trained very well, but there is that concern that, I wouldn't want to see any one of them hurt, I also know in talking to I called the tax assessor's office. The tax base for that house without any exemptions added is $11,900. Now, as a non-for-profit agency, they have the ability to apply to the state to have it be tax exempt, which takes $11,900 off your tax roll. If it was owner occupied, she said subtract about $600 from what you're collecting in taxes. You've now just got 820, which is in the same instance. Obviously, it's not going to be as high of a tax roll as Ottawa Avenue, but you're taking that off your tax base as well. When I moved down to Ottawa almost 9 years ago, rehabbing a house for a friend, I befriended Dave Rabideau of Novus Art Carpentry, and he said, if you're going to live in Ottawa, you either want to live on the east side or you want to live on Ottawa Avenue. I know that the city, in the process of designating the east side as a historic district, also had Granacki check to see about designating the west side. And I know that there was a lot of issues to say whether or not, but I also know that Ottawa Avenue may or may not be able to be adjusted to be able to be declared a historical boulevard. There are a lot of people. You have a lot of, the marathon comes down there, you have the bikers that come in and out of Starved Rock. There is a lot of traffic. And, you know, a lot of a concern for us is, are their residents safe there? You know, no one's saying they're gonna be out in the street playing, but, you know, I have 20 years. I know what I've seen, I know what I've had to do. I have permanent scars, I've had broken bones, and it's from mine that I would have thought I would have had any issues with. It only takes one instance for something to happen.
Can I ask, did you present this to the Plan Commission?
I didn't even know about that meeting up until about one day beforehand, so I didn't have time to prepare, and he said I could prepare and bring it here. So I apologize that if I'm out of whack with that, but that's what I was informed from your head zoning member, that I should bring it to the city council meeting and present it.
And you mentioned this realtor that said your values would go down.
Correct.
Did you get something in writing from this realtor?
She has been out with the training. She's been up in the, she was up in Bensonville area. She was on a week-long training up there for the realtor's office.
So you don't have any?
I don't have it personally in writing. There have been studies done, and they'll say it's mixed reviews, and most of them will say there's not going to be a significant, as like I've said with the bell curve model, significant has to be past 5% if they set the p value at 5 plus or minus 5. Well, 5% might not seem a lot, and it's going to fall within a standard mean. I mean, there's been 50 plus studies with mixed results. There was one done up in DuPage County where they did find that there is a significance in decrease in value depending on the area and what's going in or what's moving out. I mean, real estate's a funny thing. I mean, things change, things go up, things go down. It all depends on what's going on with the neighborhood and how much more becomes commercial, if it's residential. I mean, point being, you know, CVS, that was more residential, now it's become more commercial over there. You know, Bill Walsh has extended the Dodge dealership, Sierra Motors. CVS is going in, it's become more where those were all residential, has changed, so the property values in that area would change. You know, it's trying to preserve what Ottawa Avenue and that neighborhood is single-family homes. You know, most residents, you know, have stated you're not necessarily going to have a family living with 8 individuals with different significant disabilities. You might have 1 or you might have 2, but you're not necessarily going to have 8. And, you know, I do have concerns for them. I don't want anything to happen to them. You know, the neighbor across the street had his truck hit 4 times, about totaled it once.
Well, I would suggest if you have your video of those cars driving that fast to get that to the police department, and maybe they can monitor that area a little bit better and control the traffic. The Plan Commission has made a recommendation, sent it to the council, and it's on the agenda for tonight, so.
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
thank you. Would anyone else like to speak?
Can I respond to this, or would you prefer?
You gotta go to the podium, please, Beth.
Good evening. I'm Beth Mangold from Ottawa Friendship House. And at the planning meeting last week, there were some questions that were brought and really concerned that we wanted to assure the residents of Ottawa Avenue. And in regards to the studies being done on the depreciation of houses, they have done extensive research in this area. In fact, I talked to a gentleman, and his main goal is to conduct these studies, look at the impact, and they will no longer fund them because they've been so done extensively that they said it's kind of like the connection of looking at, do cigarettes cause cancer? And so overall, the abstracts and the studies have shown us that it does not decrease the value of homes. In fact, in some areas, it even brought the values up because of the upkeep and the repairs of that. I think that's really important for you as property owners to know, because your home is your biggest investment in your life, and you want to assure that. As far as the concerns about traffic, absolutely, when they brought that to our attention, we want our consumers to be safe. But I would say that our consumers live in the community, a lot of them. They live with their families, and traffic has been a part of their life. The other thing is, and I certainly, your experience in this field, I may be one of the fortunate ones. I've been working now 40 years in the field of special education, and I've never had my arm broken. I don't think we've ever had a staff person at Friendship House that was taken to the hospital because of injuries caused by consumers. And the other thing is, to the consumers that live in our homes, we have an opportunity. Unlike sometimes within the school districts, you have people move into your districts and you deal with them. Each individual that moves into our homes, we sit and meet as a team. We look at their behaviors. We look at their skill levels, and we want to assure that we can provide that support so that person can safely live there and they can live with each other. And so this is a new adventure, and I think if the council does approve it tonight, certainly Ottawa Friendship House wants to be good neighbors. We want to work with our neighbors, but we want to assure you through these studies it has shown there is no increase in traffic, there has been no increase in crime, and that your property values will not go down because Ottawa Friendship House has purchased that property. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else like to appear before the council?
I'd like to ask just one question, if I may. Basically, I just moved into the area. I literally bought a house July 22nd.
Could I have your name, sir, for the record?
James Bodine. And so I live actually across the street from the house. And I didn't get the little invite letter for the last meeting, so I didn't get to ask this question. I mean, I don't have a problem living across the street from people with, I'm not sure what the politically right word, mental problems. My only concern is, and I've lived in Grand Ridge and in the area for many years, and I've never heard of any problems with Friendship Village. But I have 3 young grandchildren, and so I know that some homes allow people that have mental disabilities that have had a criminal past where they've committed so there won't be any sort of people that are moving in the. Okay.
All of our staff have to be fingerprinted, and actually our consumers have to be fingerprinted and through the sex offenders criminal.
Okay, that was really my biggest concern, because I have 3 young grandchildren, so as long as that, it was the only thing I had to say.
All right, thank you.
Dan, if I could make one comment too. As a real estate appraiser with 24 years' experience in Ottawa and LaSalle County, I've had the opportunity to appraise homes that are in or near group homes in not only Ottawa, but other communities in the area. I find no data whatsoever that it's decreased the value of any property in the area.
You understand that it falls within the norm, correct?
I'm sorry?
If you do just a model of a bell curve where it comes up and it goes down, and this is your mean, and then you go out 1 or 2 standard deviations. Within the standard deviations, you can have a 3 to 4% that is not going to show that there's been a significant effect. And I value your opinion, but I'm just saying, on any of the studies that are presented, it's not going to show. There have been some that have shown that there has been an effect.
Well, I'm
And I appreciate that, I'm just saying that what I was trying to get at is that it's not always going to show with any of the studies and the correlations that are done, because it's falling within the low side of that mean. But at 3 to 4% of anyone's home, you're talking about if you sell your house, it's a proration of your percentage of your property taxes that you're paying to the next buyer.
If it does affect property values, you're correct, but I'm telling you that in my experience, I've not found the same house, you move it 5 blocks away, is gonna sell for the same price as it's sold right across the street. And I've had the opportunity to appraise 2 houses right across the street from group homes in Ottawa in the past.
All right, thank you. Anyone else? Mr. Halterman.
Jerry, you'll be fine. Mayor Pro Tem, Commissioners, everyone else, good evening. I just want to introduce myself. I'm Jerry Halterman. And I was, my wife and I have, my former wife, were blessed with 2 handicapped boys. And as you get older, they can't stay with you anymore. So we're lucky enough to find Sullivan House. We've got to take a little breath here because there's Friendship House, and under their jurisdiction is Sullivan House. And I tried to ask Dawn, who is the, runs Sullivan House and is licensed, et cetera, and then Beth, how long Clint, my oldest boy, God, just turned 46, and Lance, who live at Sullivan House. What a wonderful place that is. Their kitchen is cleaner than anybody's kitchen in this room, always. I stop in unannounced. They've got 16 residents there. I might see a van there. I might see 2 cars. I don't think I've ever seen more than 2. All the clients, none of them drive. What time's bed check? 10 o'clock. I don't think there's ever been an emergency vehicle called, except maybe an ambulance once in a while. I have entrusted my 2 loving children to that home. And I am so proud when I drop them off and pick them up, what care they're getting. There's never been an incident. And in all due respect, did you go and visit Sullivan House?
I have visited, I haven't, and it's nothing to do with.
Did you go up and visit Sullivan House?
I guess I haven't gone inside it.
Okay, because we would like to invite you to do that. And I'd like you to also talk to Dawn and what the parameters are of those disability boys and girls. My sons live in, they have a bedmate. They're moving from 16 rooms, now they're going to have 8. They might have their own bedroom like a lot of children should have. And as far as the property values, up or down, so what? Isn't it a wonderful thing to give up a little bit to help these people that want to live normal lives? I'd give up value of my house, I don't care. In fact, I might end up giving the darn thing to you, Beth. But this is a love event that's happening on Ottawa Avenue. And I'm so glad, in all due respect, that none of my boys were in your class. Because you didn't do your homework here at all. And I'm asking for the council to take this to a vote now and call this evening over with. And thank you so much for your time. Do you have any questions? Thank you and God bless.
Would anyone else like to hear before the council?
I'm Stan Carpenter. Here we go. I love this house. Beth Mangold got the house for us, for Fred, me, Jennifer, and Wanda. We got 3. Was that 3 people, Beth? 3, right? We got 3 people, 3 people. Because Dawn, she's helping us going somewhere.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, come on up.
Hi, I'm Kathy Suzuki, and I also live across the street from 824, but anyway, the house in question. And my husband and I have been big proponents of Friendship House for years, and we're delighted to have such nice neighbors move in. Our concern is the parking, and how do you plan to address that?
From the minutes in the Plan Commission, the way I understand it, there's 6 parking spaces on the property. None of the residents are going to have vehicles. So you'll have spots for 6 vehicles off-street.
We only have, there's one van, and then there'll be 2 staff. So there'll be 3 cars on the property. At the most, there could be 4.
Okay, okay.
But that's normal.
Yeah,
They
and,
go to work every day and then come home, so there'll only be the vehicles when they're home from work.
okay, I understood that the garage that's there now is going to become actually converted to a living space. So you'll still have 6 places available then after that? Okay, thank you.
very much, Kathy.
Anyone else? Okay. And unfortunately, Jerry, we have to follow the agenda and we'll go down in order. So you'll have to wait a little while. Okay, moving on to Commissioner Gainey's portion.
We have the report of the police chief for the month of September. Squad car calls, 1,211. Arrests, 287. Prisoners, 65. Sent to state institutions, 4. Sent to the county jail, 11. And sent to juvenile probation, 10. Moved by Commissioner Gainer that the report of police chief Brent A. Rolson for the month of September 2016 be received and placed on file.
Second by Commissioner Les. Roll call.
Gainer.
Aye.
Les.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Aye.
We have the report of the fire chief for the month of September. Number of bell alarms, 3. Number of still alarms, 12. Activated alarms, 16. Number of medic calls, 266. Number of transfers, 62. Mutual aid, 3. MABUS calls, 1. Number of patients, 264. Total calls for September, 360. Property loss was at $3,000. Contents loss, $1,810. Vehicle loss, $100, for a total loss of September of $4,910. Total non-residents billed for medical services was 66. Moved by Commissioner Gainer that the report of Fire Chief Steve Haywood for the month of September 2016 be received and placed on file.
Seconded by Commissioner Les. Roll call, please.
Gainer.
Aye.
Les.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Aye. Commissioner Gainer, do you have anything else?
No, I do not, Mayor Pro Tem.
Okay, Commissioner Les.
Moved by Commissioner Les that a resolution authorizing and appropriating $175,500 of motor fuel tax fund for the 4-H road reconstruction project be adopted.
Seconded by Commissioner Gainer.
For the engineering cost of it, we're asking IDOT for approval to go ahead and release the funds for the engineering on it.
Okay. Roll call.
Gainer.
Aye.
Les.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Les that a resolution authorizing the execution of an engineering services agreement between the City of Ottawa and Renwick and Associates Incorporated for the 4-H road reconstruction project be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Seconded by Commissioner Gainer. Any comments? Roll call, please.
Gainer.
Aye.
Eichelkraut. Excuse me, Les. Force of habit.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Les that the request for an alley vacation from TMC Illinois 2 LLC, AKA CVS Pharmacy, located near the northeast intersection of Columbus Street, Norris Drive, be received in a public hearing, be set for such vacation on Tuesday, November 15, 2016, at 7 p.m. in City Council chambers.
Second by Commissioner Gainer. Any discussion?
This is the request again from CDS to vacate a portion of the alley so they can proceed with their project.
Roll call.
Gainer.
Aye.
Les.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Aye. Do you have anything else, Commissioner Les?
Nothing further, Mayor Pro Tem.
Okay, we'll move to my part of the agenda.
All right. We have the report of the registrar for the month of September. Birth certificates issued, 40. Death certificates, 30. Certified copies were issued with fees totaling $2,018. Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that the report of registrar Shelley L. Monks for the month of September 2016 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second? Commissioner Gainer. Any discussion? Roll call.
Gainer.
Aye.
Les.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that the report of the Parking Administration Department showing fines collected of $2,252 for the month of September 2016 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second? Commissioner Less? Roll call?
Gainier?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye.
We have the report of the building official for the month of September. There were 11 building permits issued with fees totaling $3,022. Total number of on-site building inspections, 34. There were 3 sign permits for $80, 7 fence permits for $350, 2 tree care permits for $400, 9 general contractor licenses issued for $900, 5 electrical licenses renewed for $500, 1 new electrical license issued for $100, 10 electrical permits for $600. Total number of on-site electrical inspections, 39. We had 16 people take our electrical exam for $800. There were 6 plumbing permits, which were included in the building permit fees, and our ordinance enforcement officer did a total of 139 inspections for a total of permits and licenses of 49, with fees collected of $6,952. Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that the report of building official Michael J. Sutphen for the month of September 2016 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second? Commissioner Gainier? Roll call?
Gainier?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that the report of the sidewalk program showing 3 participants in the amount of $1,225.25 for the month of September 2016 be approved and paid for from the general corporate fund.
Is there a second? Commissioner Gainier? Roll call?
Gainier?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that the biweekly salary payroll of September 23, 2016, in the amount of $328,727.48 be approved and warrants issued.
Is there a second? Commissioner Less? Roll call, please.
Gainier?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that the monthly expense report of October 4, 2016, showing expenses in the amount of $786,091.85 be approved and warrants issued.
Is there a second? Commissioner Gainier? Roll call, please.
Gainier?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that a resolution authorizing the execution of a transit service agreement between the City of Ottawa and the Horizon House of Illinois Valley Incorporated, which has been on file for public inspection since September 20, 2016, be adopted.
Is there a second? Commissioner Less? Any discussion? Roll call?
Gainier?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that a resolution authorizing execution and amendment of a downstate operating assistance grant agreement regarding NCAT be adopted.
Is there a second? Commissioner Gainier? Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Gainier?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that a resolution authorizing the execution of transit service agreements between the City of Ottawa, Probation and Court Services, and the Center for Youth and Family Solutions regarding NCAT be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second? Commissioner Less? Any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome, excuse me, Gainier, I
Aye.
keep doing that. Less?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that a resolution authorizing the execution of a supplemental engineering services agreement between the City of Ottawa and Renwick and Associates Incorporated regarding the Madison Street Water Main Project, which has been on file for public inspection since September 20th, 2016, be adopted.
Is there a second? Commissioner Gainier? Roll call, please.
Gainier?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that a resolution authorizing the execution of a sale of public property agreement between the City of Ottawa and CeeLo Real Estate LLC for property located at 112 West Madison Street be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second? Commissioner Gainier? Roll call, please.
Gainier?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that resolutions authorizing the transfer of certain real estate property from the City of Ottawa to Starved Rock Homes Development Corporation regarding 1845 LaSalle Street and 412 West Washington Street be adopted.
Is there a second? Commissioner Less? Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Gainier?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that a resolution authorizing legal action against property located at 1203 Fulton Street be adopted.
Is there a second? Commissioner Gainier. Any discussion? Roll call.
Gainier?
Aye.
Les?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that a resolution authorizing legal action against property located at 205 to 207 West Main Street be adopted.
Is there a second? Commissioner Les, discussion?
I'm sorry, what were the addresses?
205 through 207.
Main Street.
Yeah, it was corrected online.
Thanks.
Roll call, please.
Gainier?
Aye.
Les?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye.
We're to combine 15 and 16. Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that a request for variances for properties located at 900 Pearl Street and 2308 Cherry Lane both be received and referred to the Zoning Board of Appeals for review and recommendation.
Is there a second? Commissioner Gainier. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Gainier?
Aye.
Les?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye.
We're going to combine all four Plan Commission motions also. Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome. What?
Should we do the friendship separate, since all the discussion?
Doesn't matter. I didn't write it up that way. Do you want to do it that way?
Yes.
All right. All right, we'll do the first three together then. Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that the reports of the Plan Commission meetings held on Wednesday, September 21st, 2016, and Monday, September 26, 2016, considering the preliminary and final plat for Steinhauer subdivision located at 1711 and 1713 Guyan Street, the re-subdivision of Brookside Residential Lot Number 1, and a proposed zoning amendment to add truck stop diesel fueling stations to the municipal code, all be received and placed on file. Be it further moved, the council concur with the recommendations of the Plan Commission and the preliminary and final plats for Steinhauer subdivision be approved. The re-subdivision of Brookside Residential Lot 1 be approved, subject to the 8 conditions outlined in the Plan Commission minutes, and truck stop diesel fueling stations be added to the municipal code as a conditional use in the Class E Industrial District, and all the follow-up ordinances be passed and approved.
Is there a second? Commissioner Gainier. Any discussion? Roll call.
Gainier?
Aye.
Les?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that the report of the Plan Commission meeting held on Monday, September 26, 2016, considering the conditional use permit request for Ottawa Friendship House for property located at 824 Ottawa Avenue be received and placed on file. Be it further moved, the council concur with the recommendation of the Plan Commission and the conditional use be granted and the follow-up ordinance be passed and approved.
Is there a second? Commissioner Gainier. Any discussion? Roll call.
Gainier?
Aye.
Les?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that the preliminary and final plat of consolidation received from CVS Pharmacy be received and referred to the Plan Commission for review and recommendation.
Is there a second? Commissioner Gainier. Roll call, please.
Gainier?
Aye.
Les?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye.
Did you have anything else tonight, sir?
I did not, ma'am.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Awesome that this regular meeting be adjourned.
Is there a second? Commissioner Gainier. Roll call, please.
Gainier?
Aye.
Les?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Aye. All right, that's it, folks.